After he became sick, his wife asked him whether he loved her. He stretched out the arms he'd never put around her and bent his foolish fingers on either side and nodded. And she, wiping a tear away from his cheek, asked, "What good is love now?" My parents, married 21 years, have never celebrated an anniversary. Sometimes when they are alone, my mother swears she can feel the tick-tock of her whole life in his careful sentences. They met once, maybe twice. Both times he was served 7-Up in a glass and admittedly on a coaster, but still not Coke. And he jokes to this day that he should have known then. It occurs to me now that he probably saw a picture of her. A snap maybe from my khala's wedding, with her hair loose, wearing lipstick for the first time, hands bejeweled. She never washed any dishes, my khala always tells me laughing. And I wonder if he felt cheated. Now when my father looks at his children, he sees obstinate black hair and a complexion that no fairness cream could ever explain away. Hands and feet that can on no account be called delicate, be called feminine, and perhaps he sighs to himself a little. On birthdays, my father buys cake and perfume, because once he gets the formula right, he repeats it to perfection. The cake is never chocolate and the perfume is never cheap. My mother always smiles and eats 2 whole slices. They do not say "I love you." Who has the time? There are always errands to run, children to school, tea to be made, terrible television to be watched, and politics to be disapproved of. I have seen my mother wait for him to come home after a long day, and there is always a tremor in her voice when she asks if he is on his way. Perhaps one day, one of them will stretch their wretched arms out for the other. For now, when she dresses up, he pulls out a camera. Look this way, he says. His voice softens. "See, this one is nice." She inspects every pixel, shakes her head, and gets up, no doubt, in order to set someone or something in order. He stops her, hands me the camera. "Try to take a good one for once." For pictures, he will always put his arm around her, and they will always smile together.
I have always wanted to write. Writing is one of those special things in which the length of my hair and my height finally don't matter. For the first time, what is said is more important than who says it. Writing is one of those things that can be so moving that even the crevices and cracking plaster walls smile and whisper, "Hey, that was beautiful." Writing, it just kind of asks you to lend it your heart so it can paint words that are true and as soaked in hopes and dreams as your blood is. It isn't just words on a page in your gray leather journal. No, it's lyrical origami. It's poetry that twists similes so beautifully. It's a song that can be read in silent oblivion. There is depth in words that cannot be measured in pools or ponds, but oceans, word pools that drag you into thought you can't seem to fathom. Writing can be like composing, a scatter of musical notes that seem to enjoy discord, and these notes will shuffle and switch, dancing through your thoughts as you try to glue them into place, and once finally plastered, they take on a roughness needed around the edges to form a symphony that can make the cadence slip like liquid silk, because writing, when true, can make the crescendos rise and fall, all seem worth it.
In winter, things are brittle bright. Each breath, each sound, the morning light seems fit to shatter at a blink, and all at once to nothing sink. But it's not so. This endless cold seeks only to preserve and hold, to press between its freezing sheets the last of summer's fading beats, and in its crystals to arrest the death of what it loved the best. It takes what solace it can find in all the life of humankind, in drying our tears and soothing our cries, with frosty kisses on lips and eyes, in filling our gardens with flowers of frost, and tenderly wrapping the ones who are lost. We children of summer, it loves with each breath. Oh winter, I fear you might love us to death.
Leo knew there was no need to think about what he could have done and what not. She was dead. Nothing could change that. With determination, he settled on the floor of the bathroom with a mug of coffee, popcorn bowl, and his grandfather's typewriter. He poured a drop of the boiling coffee on his hand. It gave a slight burn. Imagine the whole cup of that hot coffee being thrown at one's face. Now make that lava and the person throwing at you an evil wizard, and you a shaman who has enough knowledge and experience to be able to cope with extraordinary circumstances. The male protagonist will feel the pain before he starts recovering. So many people recovered from cancer. He didn't even know what type of cancer she had. Rubbing his face with both his hands, he stood up to call Aunt Fair. She had colon cancer. After hearing that information, he researched that particular cancer. A headache built up as he saw the symptoms, the pain, a throbbing headache and an urge to throw up. He seldom had headaches. Did colon cancer cause headaches? Not exactly, but weakness could. He has done his part. Now he could go and continue writing the story, or just start fresh tomorrow. The next day, Leo sat down to write again. The same situation, a ball of lava being thrown at the hero. Why wait for the move to hit him first? The shaman must fight back. He could endure the pain, but just standing there is not heroic. Why let the dark side make the first move? That is what makes anything the dark side, attacking first. So wait and then fight back. Did Samantha wait first? Which treatment did she use? She had her hair intact. He would comb his fingers through her hair as she sat and read those magazines or played games on her tablet. Breathing heavily, he went to take a beer from the fridge. He never left writing so soon. When sitting down to write, he would be oblivious to time. Her death seemed to be affecting his concentration.
गोशाए गफलत में हाथ पांव फैलाए एक ही तान से खर्राटे लेती कौम और कुछ करे न करे, लेकिन एक काम करने में निहायत होशियारी, महारत और मुस्तादी का सबूत देती है, और वो है तनकीद करना, जा बजा करना और बेजा करना। ज़ातियात के कीचड़ भरे तालाब में पत्थर फेंकना हो, इखलाकियात व नज़रियात के बखियो धेड़ने हो, बदलते हालात व वाक़यात को मनफी रुख देना हो, ये फरीज़ा सर अंजाम देने में हम पेश पेश नज़र आते हैं। इनको बुरा भला कहना हो, उनकी हर्जा सराई करनी हो, इस काम में नुक्ते निकालने हो, उसको बेनुक्त सुनानी हो, वाज फरमाना हो, या फिर किसी को आलिमाना नसीहत से नवाजना हो, तो हमें दावत खिताब दीजिए। यकीन मानिए पूरी कौम कादिरुल कलाम और शोला बयान है, और ज़ोर बयान का क्या ही कहना, शेर व अदब की ऐसी दिलदादा कि हाफिज़ और रूमी अजबर हैं, दीवाने गालिब और कुलियात इकबाल हिफ्ज़ कर रखे हैं, नीज़ जालिब की लय में फैज़ का कलाम सुनाने का मलिका पाया जाता है। ज़ुबानदानी का क्या ही आलम, दौरान गुफ्तगू शकील फ़ारसी मुरक्कबात व मुहावरात का कसरत से इस्तेमाल खिताब को मजहबी रंग देने और अहले ईमान के लहू को गरमाने की गर्ज से तजवीद की तमाम शराइत को मलहूज़े खातिर रखते हुए रिक्कत आमेज़ लहजे में तिलावत की गई आयात, और फिर अश्कों से छलकती आँखों और खशियत इलाही से लरजते हुए होंठों से अदा किया गया इन आयात का सलीस तर्जमा अल्लाह।
So it's The Art of War by you-know-who. So this foreign minister of ours, Chaudhry Naswar, says that American strategy is not working in Pakistan. And on the other hand, Clinton's cheated wife says Pakistan is playing dirty. So a very simple conclusion would be that war is imminent. See, not only am I a Pathan, I have Afghan blood in my veins. So my genes know about war. 3 world powers have tried to wipe us off the face of the earth, yet I have 30 odd cousins. So the end of a Pakistani race is not much to worry about. Let's get down to basics. So if you see a projectile coming towards you, if you love life, run away. But if you love money, then run towards it. If by any chance it doesn't explode, these missiles sell heavy in the Chinese market. Second most important question, if we do have a war with America, who's going to keep India entertained? Well, don't worry about that either. We've always kept spare atomic bombs for our neighbors. So if things go haywire, we'll give the Indians a good reason to miss us. And if you've always wanted to be important, this is the time to appear famous. Who doesn't want to be the king on a deck of cards printed in America and sent all the way to Pakistan? And trust me, the American soldiers will not be bothered by what awesome rhetoric you use for their sisters in Punjabi. And no, you can't ask an American soldier to wait for you at a choke while you call your 100-odd friends to fight for you. But if you are by any chance a fan of our ex-president General Besharaf, then keep your important friends close. Sell them off the first chance you get. Don't worry about morals, because you need to let the dollar bill talk to you. And, well, some of us will eventually see the insides of prison cells. So make sure you look good naked. And don't worry about electrocution, because Wabda's a lifesaver. And if by any chance you guys know any Blackwater type goras in town, this is the best time to abduct them. Slaughtering on camera multiplies your bounty money. Just make sure that you can exchange them later for the relatives you want back, if you want them back. And, well, last thing, just a few quick instructions. Stockpile your food, sharpen your utensils, and stop updating your Facebook places if you want to survive this war. Disclaimers note, no, it's not going to happen. I'm not propagating war in case some of you work for the ISI or the CIA. Miss me if I'm taken away. So it's